Hey guys, I was just curious, how has this changed your lives, like your personal lives, for the better, for the worse? Like if each one of you could answer.
Well, I think it's really strange when you're a plumber and nobody wants you to come to their house, but now everybody wants you to come to their house. No, it's been a strange learning curve. You know, of course, it changes a lot of things when you're going out with your family and stuff like that. You kind of lose that privacy. We think it's hilarious half the time, the rumors that are kicked up about us all that show up online. And, you know, so-and-so's with this person's wife, that, whatever.
We've all slept with Chris Williams at one point, right?
Yes. So,
I don't remember it.
I never did.
so it's definitely, it's changed our lives.
It's for me, it's weird because I love meeting the people. I love, like, you come to Dragoncon, you meet people, but you never have enough time to spend with those people, to really just get to know them, and that's rough. But yeah, it's very weird when you're out with your family and the kids are like, you know, why do all these people want to talk to dads? You know, it's a little weird, and it's, you know, it's weird. It's not my cup of tea, but it's
For me, really, it's just crazy. Like, I started with these guys when I was 19, and I didn't really know the real world, you know, I really didn't. And I just pretty much had a crash course in it, you know, going to all these different places, and just, I learned so much in such a short time. And, you know, and these guys are patient with me, and they, you know, taught me so much, and it's very awesome. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'll be at a shop, right, and some guy comes up and, hey, Tango, how's it going, man? I'm like, hey, you? Hey, I know you. And I don't know the guy, but I'm, you know, but it's in my hometown, and this happens often. Yeah. And I'm like, shake his hand, I'm talking for 20 minutes, like, who is this guy? I feel like a jerk, you know, I'm rude. Oh, by the way, you don't know me. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, appreciate it. But stuff like that happens.
It is a very awkward, not awkward, it's just an embarrassing sort of, I'm a reserved person, so it's weird when people come up to you, and, except for things like this, but when you're in public and stuff, that's always strange. People come up to you and want to talk to you and stuff, and you're like, I'm just some schmuck who sits at home and plays video games. It's like, what do you want with me, you know? But I think it's humbling, to be honest with you. Like, I'm here with, you know, William Shatner and stuff, so it's like, how do you beat that? You know?
It's a good way to put it, Steve.
Joel and Patrick Stewart.
Explained it very well.
Sorry.
No, I'm not kidding. You said it right.
Joe, and for me, I come from a totally different background. My family owned a restaurant, so I was always in the restaurant business. And things used to happen in our house. I never knew people looked for paranormal activity at all until I met Jay and Grant.
Never saw Ghostbusters? No.
I saw Ghostbusters, but no,
Same.
that's TV. So it has been very, very different for me. I've never traveled ever, but now I get to go to some amazing places and meet some great people and check out some really cool spots. So for me, it has changed dramatically. I'm not used to the popularity yet, but I'm getting there. It's a little strange for people to come up to you and
everybody knows. We warned you about that, Joe. It was funny. Last year at the Halloween party at my house, I pulled Joe aside and said, Joe, have you ever traveled? He goes, no, not really. I said, are you up for it? Why? I think about putting you on GHI. And the poor kid's never left the road since.
We don't want to give him back. He's a good guy, we're not giving him back.
It's been awesome. It's been great working with the original team, co-signers. Great bunch of guys. They're like my, you know, brothers. And now with International, I've got another family, close group of people.
Which family do you like better, Jim? Why would you say that? Dustin, that's rude.
Well,
It's all
you're going to put him on the
happy
spot.
family.
You know?
Do you ask
I
that
like
question?
everybody.
Yeah, Joe's a good guy. Everybody loves Joe Chin. I tell him that all the time. He doesn't believe it. And then, like today, he's sitting there and he's all nervous. No one's going to come up and say hi to him and everything. I'm like, Joe, everyone loves you. But they come over and say hi and he gets all excited. And he big smiles out of Joe. It's excellent. See?
Thank you. Thank you.
Aww. Group hugs. No, there.
Hey, I was just wondering, like, I know you've all seen some things that you can't explain. I was wondering, what do you think ghosts are? What do you believe they are?
Well, that's a pretty deep answer there. Try to sum it up. First of all, we don't really know for sure if they exist at all, but we have theories on what they could be. Primarily, they're just dead people. And as dead people, they've had jobs, families, careers. Their personalities are as diverse as the people in this room, so you don't quite know what you're getting into, but most people are generally good. But then there's residual activity, could be, which is just an imprint of a tragic event or an emotional event, and there's no intelligence behind that. It's just like watching a movie. And I mean, everything from flipping time warps and, well, Elvis, I don't know.
The thing you got to remember is we've been on some cases where we've caught EVPs and things of that nature that it sounds like that whatever we're catching is living a normal day in its life. And so, yeah, very possibly it could be some, you know,
Fold in the space-time continuum.
Exactly. So there's so many, I think there's many different styles of hauntings when it comes down to that. Okay.
I guess the real answer is we don't know, man.
It's true.
Hi guys, I'm a really big fan of the show, by the way. But this is for Ghost Hunters and for Ghost Hunters International. What seems to be your favorite gadget that you always use?
Our minds, I think, you know, common sense, seriously. You know, because you're sitting there, you're talking to the homeowner, you're trying to get into that homeowner's head, things of that nature. I think that's the most important one that you have. Besides that, I like the thermal, I also like, you know, the camcorders.
I love the digital recorders because when you catch an EVP, just the fact that you caught a voice that wasn't there is evidence, but then that evidence can give you clues. It can tell you a name, a location, it can give you an age, you know, whatever. And we've actually solved a 60-year-old missing person case from one EVP. And, you know, it's very powerful evidence.
I like the EMF detector the most. It's like real time. You know, it's right there, and you get to investigate all the time. It's great.
EMF detector is number one in my book. I like it because you can do a lot of disproving, and of course, not really confirming, but at least sometimes pointing you in you know, the correct direction. And it's really the only device that can do that. You know, the thermal is hot or cold. You know, it's either there, or it's not. It doesn't really point you in a direction, which, you know, it's an awesome tool. But the EMF can sort of give you a grounds as to where you're going to go to, and it can track its movement. If you have 3 or 4 of them, you know, and they spike in succession, you can tell which way it's moving or whatever. So it's a good gadget.
For me, I like them all. I'm still kind of new at it, so I like to try all the pieces of equipment. And being a geeky kind of guy, I like anything that has lights and buzzes and electronics and some batteries.
Oh, Joe Chip. Way to commit, Joe. Way to pick one and stick with it.
I pretty much, I like using the handheld recorders, the mini DV camcorders, because obviously you can track something visually, and also, you know, to a lesser extent you still have a microphone there recording sound, so there's still a chance you can capture an EVP. Bless you, by the way. And so it's kind of nice because you've got 2 things in one, you know, so that works out good, like a peanut butter cup. I love those things.
Be careful, you're going to get inundated with peanut butter cups tomorrow.
That's no problem.
He's not kidding. He's got bags of candy every time we go out. Dustin, you got any candy? Of course I have.
Hey, I got a quick Dustin story. Back when the show was in the beginning, like, I think we shared a room once, Dustin.
Yeah, yes, we did.
And I would go out and party and stuff, or not party, but you know, it's late at night, you go out and have a drink or two. Dustin was a little more reserved, he would stay in the hotel room and stuff, but no matter what time I came back, whether it be midnight, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, Dustin would wake up instantly and ask me if I wanted Pop-Tarts, circus peanuts, all these different things. I'm like, no man, just, you can sleep, no big deal. Oh man, I got this, I got that, please, please. Every night, I loved it.
Dustin's weird. He likes like 1890s penny candy. Yeah. It's like the dots on the paper, the orange peanuts.
Yeah, circus peanuts.
It's weird.
Those candy buttons on the paper, I eat the paper and all, I don't even care. It's delicious. It's so weird.
The orange peanuts are awesome.
Yeah, they
Because they
are.
squishy.
You can actually make a jello out of them, by the way.
Oh, come on.
Really?
There's a recipe on the back of the bag. I'm sure no one else has ever done it, but it's really good.
Cool, thank you. Because I'll need a sugar rush about Sunday. Okay.